Hey guys, wish I was coming on today to talk about something a little more positive, but unfortunately, today's not that day. As many of you already know, today it was announced, the band announced that Alec John Such, founding member, bass player from 83 to 94 in the band, unfortunately has passed away over the weekend. So I wanted to come on for a few minutes for the podcast and just kind of honor him and take a few minutes to remember him. It's been a tough day, I know, not only for me but also for other fans and the band and obviously his family. You know, as soon as the announcement came out from the band, my eyes flooded with tears, and I had such a tough afternoon with it. And I know I'm not the only one. I just kind of drowned myself into, the classic Jovi, from debut 7800, Slippery Jersey, Faith, and even Crossroad. Just kind of honoring him. So it's been a tough day for me. I finally just kind of took it in and started to reflect a little more. So I wanted to honor him just a little bit. He was born on November 14th, 1951. He was an Hungarian descent, born in Yonkers, New York. He came from a poor background, and he actually learned to play bass by joining a band. He thought joining a band would be cool and didn't want to work for the rest of his life, so he joined a friend's band and borrowed a bass and learned to play, and the rest is history. And he was a friend of Tico, and so he also showed Richie. Well, before that, he was friends with Richie, and he was in a band with Richie called The Message, and he introduced Richie to the band of Bon Jovi, and that's how Bon Jovi kind of formed. So, Alec was like the connecting integral part of Bon Jovi. He connected Tico and Richie and himself with Bon Jovi. And a little fun fact, before Alec was playing with these guys, he was actually an owner of a little music venue club, and actually had John and the Wild, John Bon Jovi and the Wild Ones play at his little club. And Alec was a member of Bon Jovi from 1983 when the band started all the way up to 94, before his dismissal, which we won't get into the whole dismissal thing because we don't need to. But after 94, Alec left the band and kind of has kept a low radar since then. He owned a motorcycle shop for a while in New York City, and then kind of retired from that. He's appeared with the band. He appeared with the band in 2001 when he showed up to perform Wanted Dead or Alive with the band in 2001 at Giant Stadium to conclude the One Wild Night tour. And then thankfully, he was also on the Rock Hall. He was at the Rock Hall induction, and I'm so glad that he was, even the whole band, I'm so glad the band was, and Alec, importantly, was there to experience and be there to be inducted. Unfortunately, in 2018, as I've said, Alec has kept a pretty low radar, and so we didn't get to usually see Alec in the media and spotlight and all that. And so obviously in 2018 when he was at the Rock Hall, we kind of saw his health was declining. We saw him on a cane. Here and there, we saw him with an oxygen tank. The band performed 3/4 something Wanted, or not Wanted, but When We Were Us, Bad Name, and Prayer. And he only played during prayer. But unfortunately, I never got to meet him. And that's one of my biggest regrets of never being able to meet him. I've seen the band 59 times. And Alec was never at any of those shows. I've been a fan since 2000, so obviously I was a fan after Alec's departure. But one thing that I'm thankful that I have and that I get to hold on to, and just a little keepsake for me, is I have a autograph dedicated to me, to Jerry, and then Alec signed it. Zipper and Wet Tour book. So that's something that, you know, I'm not in a way of showing off, but just something that I'm glad that I have to hold on to as a fan, you know, because it's better than, you know, because I can't say I've ever met him, I can't say I've ever seen him live, but at least I have that. So, you know, just to reflect a little bit more on his career, you know, obviously he was in the band when the band was the biggest band in the world. You know, when they broke with Slippery in New Jersey, you know, they were on top of the world. And, you know, one of Alec's favorite performances he loved to do is Blood on Blood. And it's so cool to go on YouTube and see him sing Blood on Blood. And, you know, I was watching that today and, you know, tears just kept coming down my face. And I think I'll always think of him now when I hear Blood on Blood. But it's another important lesson that I've kind of opened my eyes up a little more was, and I think we all do, you know, as far at least I'm mumbling my words here because I'm just so upset still. But one thing that I think we all need to do is just enjoy and embrace what we still have as fans, because obviously, you know, Alec lived to be 70. But the thing is that the band is also getting older too, and thankfully they're still here. But I hate to say it, I don't want to dive into it either. One day we're not going to have this anymore. You know, people are complaining about the last tour and this and that, and like, get rid of the complaining. Enjoy what we have, because one day we're not going to have that. And even today just kind of made me realize that even more, you know, because now I know I'm never, ever going to be able to see Alec again. And, you know, there's going to be fans that are never going to see the band ever again, and including me one day. So, you know, just if you take anything away from today, just embrace what we have, enjoy what we have, because one day we're not going to have that anymore. So like I said, I wanted to come on it again and just kind of honor him in a way. And just, I know a lot of us, you know, diehard Bon Jovi fans are having a really hard time with it. Obviously the band is, you know, his family too. So, but in memory of Alec.